it like rocket fuel.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Hey, foreign cars, foreign
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go, get set.
Come on, come get some.
Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Browns' 22-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
After the run, Rudolph now going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 2. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
26 Mike, 26 Mike, double dog, double zoom. 26 Mike, 26.
2nd and 3. This one complete to Coleman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
26 Mike.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check three.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check up. Fresno.
2nd and 5. Going deep downfield for Rupp. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Check. Watch the shit. Hey.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set up, HG Gator.
Check 53, Mike. Brilliant.
Ready.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Hey, shoot.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Here I come. 26 Mike. Hayward, quit talking about it and bring it. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Hey, stand up.
On first down, it's Snell again. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that one. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback. Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Stop your whining. Mike, 53.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They'll run with Snell. Tackle made there by Kamale Correa. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half. Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays. They're watching the film, and it's working. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You got tight right there.
2nd and 13. Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Yeah, let's just
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
High 7. Leo.
A final shot before the break, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check 24. Check 24.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 26, Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch 98. Watch 98. Hey, pick your game up. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Check.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They're going to run again with Snell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look at me.
On second down, Snell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 22 yards there, a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may... And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Alert 3. He's checking. Crash. Say.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you, son. Check. 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
On the ready. 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes this one in for a Brown score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Snell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Snell, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Snell. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
You're out.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Snell yet again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Snell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A run for Snell. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, stand off.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They got a yard on 1st, 2 on 2nd, and 3 here on 3rd. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Boswell's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready? Mike.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. But still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for